Hi friends, so today I'm going to make a quick and easy and delicious key lime pie. You don't really need a lot of ingredients. That's why I love it so much. And we're going to get started really quick. Okay, so we need a pie plate. This is about 9 inches across, but we're going to put that aside first. So what I have here is we're going to start with our crust. So I have 11 graham crackers. Okay, so these are simple ingredients that everyone has in the house, or you can have in the house very easily, pantry staple ingredients. This is 11 graham crackers crushed by hand or in the food processor. So they're coarsely chopped. I don't want them really fine. You don't want to pulse them too much. Here I have 6 tablespoons of melted butter, 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. I'm going to add that to my graham crackers, 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, add that. So what you want to do is usually mix your dry ingredients first. So I'm mixing them up a little bit, give them a little toss. Now I'm going to add my butter, melted butter, 6 tablespoons to my 11 graham crackers mixture with the cinnamon and with the sugar. And I'm just going to stir it until all that butter is incorporated like that and moistened. It's a simple, easy crust that is delicious. You could use vanilla wafers, you could use ginger snaps if you like, but this one is really simple with graham crackers. You could use a store-bought pie crust as well, but it's so simple to make your own that why not make it yourself? Because this recipe comes together so quickly. It's one of my favorite summertime recipes. It makes me think of summer. It makes me think of the Sunshine State. It's nice and tart, and like you said, anyone can make it. Okay, so then we're gonna fill my pie crust. We're gonna form our pie crust. Okay, just gonna put it into the pie pan. And with that, we're going to work with the measuring spoon, the back of the measuring spoon, and push it around to take the shape of the pie pan. You want to get a nice layer on the bottom, a decent layer on the bottom, and then we're going to gently work it up towards the sides of the pan so it comes up high in a crust and it doesn't stick to, when we fill it with our pie filling, it won't stick. It has a nice even crust all the way around. And as we're doing, I'm tapping this down and spreading it out and making sure it's even so you have an even brim all the way around, and it comes together very, very quickly. The butter keeps it nice and moist so it does stick together. You want to make sure that you don't press on any parts too thin, because you don't want any holes in your crust. And you just tamper it down, tap it down the way I'm doing it, bring it up to the side of the pan of your pie plate. There you go, and it's done. Simple. Then we are gonna bake this pie crust for 8 minutes at 350 degrees. So you wanna put your oven on, preheat your oven to 350 degrees. When it is heated up, you put your pie crust into the oven and you take it out when it's done. So it's only 8 minutes. So I'm gonna put this aside because I already have one made and ready to go. I'm gonna put that aside, and now we'll get started on the filling. The filling is so simple. So what you'll need is one can of sweetened condensed milk, okay? 4 egg yolks. Okay, so let me show you quickly how we're gonna do this. We're gonna separate our egg yolks. If you don't know how to do that, we're just gonna give them a crack. I am gonna save my egg whites for another baking project or egg white omelet in the morning. So I'm gonna separate my egg yolks just like this. What you do is toss them from side to side. That one got messy. And then we're gonna add that to a medium-sized bowl. Okay, now we'll do the next one. Just separating, just like that, back and forth until it's just the yolk. Add it to our bowl. simple. That's it. Oh, that one got away from me. So just scoop it right up and scoop out your egg yolk. Last one. This recipe comes together so quickly. You can have your pie ready within minutes, less than half an hour. Okay, so we have our 4 egg yolks. There you go. Give my hands a quick rinse. Okay, then I'm gonna give these egg yolks, 4 egg yolks, a quick whisk, because we wanna just break up those yolks. Give a mix with you can use an electric mixer if you have it, but if you don't have an electric mixer, this recipe is so easy. A whisk just to break up those yolks and make them a little fluffy. Then you're gonna add to that your sweetened condensed milk, the whole can. Get every last drop. I'm gonna use a little spatula to get everything out. This is nice and thick. There you go. Every little last drop. Now, if you notice, I'm not adding any sugar to this filling because this condensed milk is very sweet on its own. So that's what you want to purchase. You want, when you go to the store, you want sweet and condensed milk. And this is a 14-ounce can, right? 14 ounces. Yes, 14-ounce can of sweet and condensed milk. And we'll put that aside. Now I'm going to just whisk together the egg yolks and the sweetened condensed milk. Get it nice and creamy. It's going to get nice and creamy, and it gets a little thicker as you mix it. That's it. Then I'm going to add my key lime juice. Now, if you don't have key limes, because they're not that easily available, sometimes, you know, you can't get them all the time, use regular lime juice, it's fine. That's what I've been using, and it tastes really great. The key lime will, you know, if you have the key lime juice or the key limes ready to squeeze, then by all means use it. But I'm just using a regular lime juice. So I'm gonna use 7 tablespoons. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 2 tablespoons of just regular fresh squeezed lemon juice that I squeezed earlier. 1, 2. And if you like a tartar pie, you could use all limes, but I like it a little smoother, so you're gonna give this a quick mix. Simple as that. And it all comes together that quickly. Now we're gonna add a little bit of, I have lime zest, so I zested my limes to get some. So when you zest a lime, you wanna use a fine grater like this, or a microplane or something like that, and just take a little of the green off. You don't wanna get too far into the white, because when you get into the white, it ends up getting bitter, and we don't want that in our pie. So you just go around, you keep turning it, and the zest comes off. See, that's what it looks like, and it ends up in the dish. So I have some that I did already. I'm gonna put that aside, and I'm gonna use about, let's see, I'm gonna use about half a teaspoon of this lime zest in my filling, and the rest of it I'm going to use to garnish my pie afterwards. So like a half a teaspoon, put it in there. And that little bit of zest will add a really great flavor. You wouldn't think it, but that little bit goes a long way because it all contains the essential oils in the lime. It's really great. Okay. Give that a quick stir one more time. Incorporate everything. Shake off my whisker. Now I'm gonna get the pie crust that I had made already. This is what it looks like when it's done. As you can see, it's not moving. It's gotten harder and it came up the sides. So I'm gonna just pour my pie filling into my pie crust. Simple as that. Okay. And then this goes into the oven, the same oven that you preheated for the pie crust. You're gonna put this after you're done. Just make sure it goes up to the sides, fills in, just like that. For 15 minutes at 350 degrees. Okay? I'm gonna put it in, and in 15 minutes your pie is done.